Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme. And I'm only after doing a midweek meeting there, and it was in this wee hall here. And this wee hall is BALLYHILL Mission Hall, but it used to be a school. So a bit of history here behind this wee mission hall. And the gentleman who runs the wee hall now actually went to the school. So we're going to go in and we're going to have a wee chat with him. And some things that I'm going to show you as we go along here. So the first thing I want to show you is this picture here. And this is actually an old caravan of the Faith Mission. If you can see the wording there, it's Faith Mission. So these are two Faith Mission pilgrims. And so this is what they used back in the day to evangelise. Now this picture is over 100 years old. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Fantastic. And there's another picture here I'm going to show you, which is this one here. And this is the broad and narrow way. So you can see the broad road, which leads to destruction, to hell. And you can also see the narrow road, which leads to heaven and the home over on the right hand top side. So there you go. Absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go in here and have a wee chat with my good friend here that I've actually just met tonight, John Thompson. Hello, John. Yes. How you doing?
Good to have you, Mark.
Thank you. So this is the mission hall, which was originally a school.
That's right.
My goodness.
That's where I went to school 70 years ago.
This is where you went to school 70 years ago?
Yeah.
And you're still coming, only not to school, but to worship the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
Ah, fantastic. So, what's the history behind it before you then, John?
It was probably built in the late 1800s. And my father came here as a young boy, and then it was bought over by Dundrod Church. And about maybe 40 years ago, and it's just turned in now to a mission hall of a prayer union here every Thursday night, a Faith Mission Prayer Union.
Fantastic.
And then the last Sunday of each month with a gospel meeting, and we have always a number of unsaved come in. Brilliant. To the gospel meetings. I've been here for over 30 years, and I think it was only about 2 or 3 occasions when there was no unsaved in, so we're just so thankful to God for bringing the unsaved in month after month.
Absolutely. And of course, these wee halls were actually, you know, they were birthed because back in the day, let's be honest, the churches weren't really preaching the gospel. Yeah. A lot of the churches. And so these wee mission halls then, of course, came into operation, yeah. which is fantastic. And still going strong. And we had a good wee meeting tonight. Still, yes, so we had.
Yes, we had indeed. A really, really good meeting.
So tell me a wee bit about your father then.
Yes,
John.
My father was the session clerk at Dundrod Presbyterian Church. He was the superintendent of a Sunday school down in Dundrod. He was the superintendent of a Sunday school on BALLYHILL as well. A very, very godly man. And so, folks,
what was his name, John?
Archie Thompson. Archie Thompson. And then Mrs. Ray took over after that, and she was here for 30 years. And then I took over, and I'm here for 30 years. And when I turned 70 years old, I remember visiting one day, and a lady said to me, "John, I think you've done enough visiting. You should just take things a bit easier and forget about all this visiting and preaching and so on." Well, I'm so glad I didn't listen to her, because since then till now, and I'm in my 87th year, my goodness, I had the joy of seeing a number of precious souls saved.
Fantastic. And that's what it's all about, John.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Brilliant.
So,
sorry.
So we record all of our meetings on CD, and I would take them round to those who are not saved and those who maybe can't come out because of their ill health and so on. But even a result of that, it gives us a great opportunity to share the gospel with them in their homes and so on, you know.
And that's what it's about too.
That's what it's about.
You made a statement earlier there about, you know, people's not worried how much you know, it's how much you care.
That's right, that's right, that's right. You know? I remember on one occasion, a girl I went to school with here, we moved into Mollusk, into a new house, and my wife invited her over just for a meal and to see where we lived and so on. Now, this woman, she wasn't saved and she had very little interest in spiritual things, but she started to come to the gospel meetings, and she was over and had her tea with us and so on, but I didn't really say anything and tell her about spiritual things, because I didn't want to think I brought her over just to, you know, preach to her.
Yeah.
But when she was ready to go home, she said, John, I was thinking it's near time I got saved. And I says, well, Betty, if you think it's near time you get saved, would you like to get saved today? And she said, I would. And I explained the way of salvation to her and so on. And then I said, well, would you like to go home and go up into your bedroom and just get onto your knees and ask the Lord to save you? Or would you like to get saved now? She said, I'd like to get saved now. Brilliant. And there and then in her own living room, I had the joy of putting that dear woman to the Lord. And
fantastic.
She actually died there a few years ago, and had the joy again of speaking at her funeral. Brilliant. Quite a number of unsaved folk were at that as well. So
great tribute.
You get great opportunities, you know, when you're involved in the Lord's work in this way.
Absolutely. So tell me this here, John, this partition. Yes. My goodness, this looks like it's as old as the partition of Ireland.
It's very useful, for it folds up, and we have our prayer meeting in the back there before the gospel meeting starts, and then when the gospel meeting starts we put that to one side, and then with the whole hall for people to sit in, you know.
It's amazing, and you can see where you can bring it across there, folks.
Yes, that's right.
These wee, it's wood. How old is this, John?
Well, the partition is as old as the hall. And that would be somewhere in the 1800s. It was, the school was built, you know.
So the school was built around about the 1800s, then?
It would have been.
My goodness, that's wild, John, isn't it? So we'll take a wee look in here to see what's in here. I'll let you lead the way, John. You can see the old keyhole there. So this can make your hall bigger then, your room bigger. Yeah. When you take that partition away then. Amazing. It's in good nick, this wee hall, John, I have to say, for its age. Brilliant.
Well, the mission here is a tent mission. And we put that sign there, Jesus Christ is Lord, just outside in the porch there. And it was a big tent mission. And the tent was the side of the hall there. So it was a really, really good mission, but quite a number of folk came night by night to the mission. It was Trevor Matthews and George Long of the Faith Mission that conducted the mission. So again, we're really blessed to have them for that time of mission, you know.
And you've had John Weir here, the evangelist?
Yes, John Weir was here with us. Actually, John's coming at the end of November.
Oh, is he? Yes. And what date's that, do you know? Can you remember?
It's the last Sunday of November.
So there you are, folks. John Weir is here at BALLYHILL Mission Hall.
7:30. At
7:30, Sunday night, the last Sunday of November.
That's right, the last Sunday of November.
And this is in the Nuts Corner area?
Yes, that's right.
So if they Google the BALLYHILL Road,
yes, that's right.
You're on the BALLYHILL Road, the two white pillars.
Well, if you're near Nuts Corner, if you ask anybody where BALLYHILL Old School is, they'll tell you.
And can you take me out and show me the old toilets, because they're still here, aren't they? Amazingly. Yeah. Now, I went to Ravornett Primary School, John. The toilets are completely knocked down. But when I seen that building out there, I knew exactly what it was, because that's the buildings that we had in Ravornett. And they were old. They were the old toilet buildings.
Oh yes, yeah.
Only ours was white. They were whitewashed. But there was a wee cubbyhole and all. We used to play the Sweeney as kids. I hope we can see out here. It is a bit. Well, there is a light, so hopefully it'll give us a bit of light. But this is the old toilets. That's amazing, John, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. My goodness, back in the day, did you use these toilets yourself then, John? I suppose you did.
Oh, I did indeed.
My goodness.
The boys' toilet on this side, that was a store where they kept the coal for the fires in the school, and then the
girls up there.
Top end was the girls' toilet.
My goodness, that is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, there you go. Well, thanks very much, John.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
Aye, that was brilliant. That was a great night, so it was.
It was indeed.
And I trust the Lord bless you here in BALLYHILL
Thank you very much.
Mission Hall.
Okay.
So there you go, folks. What did you think of that? I'll just take you in here and let you see the inside the hall again. So it's not absolutely fantastic. So thanks for watching, and God bless.